guest is here at IFA in Berlin. They're a global leader in cybersecurity products. You've heard us talking about them many times over the many years of Into Tomorrow. He is the IoT threat research department from Avast, and if I hopefully don't mess up your name, Vladislav Iliushin.
Exactly.
Very good. How are you, sir?
I'm awesome. I'm great.
You're awesome?
Yes.
Very good. That's a good sign. Among other things, you're doing some interesting things here at IFA, showing how to protect yourself, among other things.
Yes, we actually showed the demo of how easy it is to hack a smart home for an attacker and what can user do about that.
So you were actually hacking a smart home.
Yes.
As part of the demo here, which probably scared a whole lot of people because they're thinking, wait, I've got some of those devices as well. And they're all wondering what's going on. So tell me how you did that.
Actually, we wanted to there are a lot of devices connected to the internet, right? There are billion and billion of devices out there, and those IoT devices are sometimes not properly secure. They don't offer any security whatsoever. And we just wanted to show how easy it is for a hacker to get inside the local network and compromise such devices.
And do you think it's because the manufacturers of some of these devices don't care, or they figure that's not my problem, or it's up to the homeowner to do something, or because there's so many IoT devices, the Internet of Things has proliferated like crazy, that they just don't want to spend the money to protect their equipment?
Exactly. I think there are actually a few things why IoT security is not there yet. First of all is manufacturers, they want to create their own ecosystem. They don't care about other devices.
Yeah.
They want to create their own ecosystem. And sometimes it's quite expensive to bring security to such devices.
Sure.
Do you remember like 5 years ago, you always get a new router and you had a little piece of paper with the default password?
Yeah.
They didn't create like default random passwords because it was much more expensive to do. So once it goes from manufacturing to the store, this like one change for 5 cents a piece to change the default password to something random becomes a few dollars.
Wow.
So they wanted to, manufacturers want to make those devices as cheap as possible, and there is not a lot of push from end users and from the government. So that's why usually some of IoT devices are not properly secure.
Wow. And I think a lot of devices, whether they be routers or otherwise, anything that comes with a generic password, is it safe to say most people don't change it? They just figure, why should I bother? It's a password. Yeah, but your neighbor has it perhaps, and across the street, and anybody going down the street. And
yes, exactly. That's like a lot of people, what they're doing, they're buying new IP camera or something, they put it in their house and it's there collecting dust for years. And they don't care, why would you want to remember just another password, right? So one thing for sure is just change default password if possible.
Yeah, at least. And it's because default passwords are probably password 123 or something like that. Or even if it's a complicated password, it's the same one for all their devices because, as you say, they're not doing different passwords. But follow the simple instructions on most equipment and change your password.
Yes.
And so something that others hopefully can't, not your dog's name or something obvious, because then you open the front door and you call, Fido, come home. Oh, let me try Fido. Oh, I'm in.
Yeah, but the thing is, weak password is just one part of the problem. Another one is unpatched vulnerabilities. Imagine there's some old firmware in some old camera that is widely popular. There are 10 million cameras out there with the same software that has this vulnerability, and it's very simple to hacker just to get inside. Once you know how to actually hack this device, you can hack 10 million of them, right?
And whether it's watching a webcam that might just be monitoring the baby or the kids in the room, and you don't want other people seeing that, or hacking your router, and now they're in your system altogether. I mean, there's so many of these devices that people just need to protect. And I'll bet you that Avast has a way to do that.
Yes, because there are so many vulnerable devices out there. I think there are about 28.8 networks in the US that actually has some vulnerable device, at least one vulnerable device in their network.
And it's probably 28.8 million or billion?
A million.
Okay.
Million networks with at least one vulnerable device inside them. And your local network is as strongly secured as the weakest link.
Mhm.
So this one device, vulnerable device, is actually a door open for the hackers to hijack your network. And that's why Avast actually came up with the Avast Smart Life platform that is actually will use AI and machine learning to block malicious traffic and threats.
So this is software, right?
The platform itself is software as a service.
Okay.
But first initiative under that Smart Life platform will be Avast Smart Home Security, and this is actually a network box that you put into your network, and it will use AI to block different threats. For example, the simplest one will be: imagine you have an IP camera, and you usually connect from your office, right,
Yeah.
to see if your home is safe. And then there is something wrong with it. Somebody actually hacked it, and it generates a lot of traffic that comes to all different servers across the whole planet.
Wow.
And we will be able to instantly detect that and block that and notify the user that something wrong is with your camera.
So Avast using artificial intelligence as well to help make this happen, so you can change it as you go and adjust things as you learn more and more vulnerabilities out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why we have like. If you know, there are a lot of other security vendors with a lot of people working on detecting threats and detecting malicious traffic and malicious files, right?
Yeah.
And we were one of the first to actually incorporate artificial intelligence, and that's why we have much less people working on manual analysis of malicious traffic and malicious files.
Terrific. Well, Vladislav, we appreciate you spending a few minutes with us, and we invite our audience to visit avast.com for more.
Thank you.
AVAST. Glad to have you with us, and we'll let you get back to a very busy show here at IFA.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. Dave Graveline bringing you further into tomorrow, and we continue to do it all 3 hours of today's show. If you missed any of last week's show, be sure to check it all out, and the videos, highlight videos of all the radio interviews. It's all there for you, for the products we're showing, and of course checking out this awesome show floor from Berlin, Germany. Into Tomorrow continues right here on the Advanced Media Network.